Another new Black World Order TV Productions. Chopper. What's happening, family? This is part 4 to the minister's speech, separation of death, right? It's November the 9th, right? So let's get it in, right? We're trying to figure out what type of black they want us to be. You know, that's what we was discussing on the last one that we just finished, part 3, right? And let's get it in. The more science temple teaches, right, that black according to science means death, white means purity, purity means God, and God is the ruler of the land, right? And since we're talking about the number 39 and the reflection of the number 39 is 93, right? If we go to the 93rd question in the 101s, right? The 101 lessons given by the Moorish Science Temple, if you just go to a Moor and ask them, see, what is the 93rd question in the 101s? And that question is, will you define the word white, right? So we was talking about black identity extremists, right? And we broke that number down, that number 295, right? And that made me think about something. They want us to be Greeks, right? So the Pan-National Hellenistic Council, right, commonly known as the Divine Nine, right? If we take that number, right, 1611 of the King James Bible, and add 295 years to 1611, we get 1906, the first black Greek fraternity, right, under this modern Masonic movement, right, in America. 1906, right? We get 1906, subtracting 295, that BIE, we get 1611. So along with the Hellenized Bible and the Hellenistic culture given to us by Greek fraternities, they want us to be Greeks. They want us to be white Greeks at that, right? So I'm asking Minister Louis Farrakhan that question for that particular reason, since Islam is mathematics and mathematics is Islam, right? So let's get it in. Where did I get that 137, Minister Louis Farrakhan, from, that 33rd prime number? If we look at the Moorish Science Temple symbol, that circle 7, right, that's divided in 4 parts. 4 parts with a 7 in the middle. So we got 4 and a 7, right? That circle is divided into 4 90-degree angles, right? So 47 plus 90 is 137. So we got that actually from the Moorish Science Temple symbol, the circle 7, right? So we also are talking about the name Noble Drew Ali, right? We have 3 words, 12 letters. Or we got 12 letters from 3 words, Noble Drew Ali, right? The founder of the Moorish Science Temple. And if we take that date, 1913, the year that it was founded, and we subtract that 137, we get 1776. Proving that the Moorish Science Temple is part and parcel of this said government. Matter of fact, it was created by the creators of this government, right? In order to lead us into believing that God was white, because white means purity, and purity means the ruler of the land, but in all actuality, the land that was being ruled was the mind, right? That land is being ruled by white Shriners, right? And if we look at it again, Shriners Temple, that S, 19th alphabet, that T, the 20th alphabet, bringing us to a total of 39. And 39 is the reflection of the number 93. And again, ask the Moors, what is the 93rd question of those 101 questions called the 101s, right? The Moorish Science Temple Quran. And so what we're doing is we're showing the connections, right? We're showing the connections, right, to that speech, right? October the 15th. And here's the kicker, that number 93. If we take the letters for the word October, October, right, and add it up, and since it's the 15th date, add 15 to that number and we come to the total of 93, right? O is a 15, C is a 3, T is a 20, right? O is a 15, B is a 2, E is a E is a 5, and R is an 18. When you total that up and add the 15, since it was October the 15th, it brings us to a grand total of 93. Again, what's the 93rd question in the 101s? And if we take October the 15th, right? October had 31 days in it. The 15th left 16 more days in October, right? And if we count the days up to the rest of the year, we get a total of 77. What's that, Minister Louis Farrakhan? Well, since the Moors, right, and the Shriners, right, in the Nation of Islam are all Christians, right? Because this is Christian doctrine, right? This is Christian doctrine, right, that was given to the Negro years ago, right? And all they're doing is regurgitating, right, Christian doctrine, right, from Christians, right? The word Christian, if we take the letters for the word Christian, right, without an S, singular, right, it adds up to 101. If we put the S on the end, the plural, Christians, it adds up to the number 120. And 3 times 120 is 360, right? So if we also, right, take the letters for Noble Drew Ali, right? Those 3 words, those 12 letters add up to 120 also, right? So we got to look at it, right? This speech by Minister Louis Farrakhan, the 22nd anniversary of the Million Man March. Those are 3 M's, just like the 3 M's in modern Masonic movement. And they both, right, those acronyms, those 3 M's or those 3 sets of 13s add up to 39. And another thing is interesting, Minister Louis Farrakhan. 1 and 3 is 4. And since there's 3 13s, those 3 13s become 4, 4, 4, right? And if we, again, subtract the number 33 from 444, we get the number 411, which is invertedly or a reversal of, a reflection of the number 114. What does holy breath add up to? How many days are in a week, according to the 101s? How many days in a year? The answer was 7 days. I wonder what 7 days add up to. I wonder what does that have to do with the amount of chapters in the Holy Quran? Since this is Christian Science, right? Masonic Christian Science, right? Prepared for the Christian by who? Since the day is November the 9th, right? That's an 11 and a 9, or can be written 119. And this is definitely a master plan put together to fool and dupe the Negro, right? Master plan adds up to 119. The all-seeing eye adds up to 119, right? And since we started off in part 1 talking about the Salam Temple and its connections to Louis V. A. Ranson, and we know that name Ranson rings a bell. Ranson came from New York to New Jersey and began to set himself up as a businessman, a Jewish businessman. And one thing is also interesting, the word a Jew adds up to the number 39, right? So Earn Square, right? It's a popular place in Newark, New Jersey, right there where that Salam Temple, right? That Symphony of Newark Convention Hall is in Aaron Square. And that's an A and an S. Again, A is a 1, S is a 19, just like today's date, November the 9th. All right? So if we take a look at these videos that are being made about this subject, we can see the connection between the Million Man March and the modern Masonic movement in the Moorish Masonic movement.